Hello everyone, welcome back. This isn't going to be a long intro at all. We're just playing mono red. I just wanted to turn them. We're playing 90 degrees control. The deck is what it is. We're aggro. We push in with Swiss Spear. We push in with the chick. Felden is incredibly good against the spot removal decks in terms of damage spell removal. This gets worse when they're playing cut downs, go for the throats, etc., etc., etc. This is just the number one deck in the meta, and I saw that it had a couple of changes, like we're running a little bit more lands, we're playing Furnace Punisher, and if you would like the sideboard, I can just hold my mouse over here. So I thought it was pretty cool. I probably should have just played it maybe best of 3, might end up doing that at some point here, but cool card on the side is Koth. This is for your control matchups. Also, the Barrage is for your soldier matchup, so you do have good frequency there if you'd like to move this into best of 3, and then you got the Chandra's Dress to Kill that could come into the sideboard. Your flex spots are your Strangles. And other than that, we're just going to turn them sideways and let our opponents figure out the math, because I don't know how to count. And sometimes these hands just suck, bro. I'm in the mirror. Man, only reason I was excited to play this deck is I was wanting to play Furnace Punisher because I thought Furnace Punisher was cool. And now I've just played monocolored decks. Or decks that instantly play 2 basics. It's a sad day. I literally can't remove that. I mean, would you like to block this? No? Too smart. However, will I be able to deal with this? I'm playing a kimono. I can't be stopped. I have little lightning strike available. We will be strangling that. I need the lightning strike it. The spear. Okay. I'm in. You're invited to my birthday party. Sure. I'll let it all go. You got something for me, big dog? No. I think they have 2 spells to save this. I don't know, maybe. And then I pick up the one I know I can. Questions, indecision. If they have it, they have it. They didn't have it. Wow. Hard game. Much wow. Make a creature enter bigger than previously before. I'd like to attack you, opponent. 2. 13 for you. Maybe? Ooh. You thought about removing it. I'm gonna play this one. It can be slightly too big for a lightning strike to remove. Strangle this one. Gotta strangle now because it's sorcery speed. Dude, lightning strike my Felden now? I feel like lightning strike should have went upstairs. Because you realize these are until end of next turn. Can we grab the Bloodthirsty? Just in case we hit a land. I think so. If we get to play this and hit a land next turn, I'm a lightning striking him. Evasion. Deal 4 damage to my dome and 1 damage to my Furnace Punisher. You don't think I'll block? I'm blocking all day. Missed the land. It does indeed. You're acting like a 2/4. We will be attacking. It's 8 damage. If they block, we remove it. If they don't block, we play the adversary. The threat that they have to remove. Adversary. I'm getting slow rolled. They have lethal, I think. And it is slow rolling me, which is really cool. Or they dropped their phone and it's currently sitting in their toilet. We'll see. Nah, they just left because they're upset. Somebody get the baby their milk. They need it bottled to them. And hope I don't top deck the Furnace Punisher when it only does damage to me here. Potentially. Please. Ooh, there's the other basic. We're fine. Don't worry, opponent. You can both play this game together. Look at you. You're control. You got this. I should have played the Foundry. So I can attack for the next turn. If all else fails. I even knew that. And then I just slid it over because I drew another land. Sure. Attacking me. Uh-huh. Where'd you go? Play a Foundry. We'll play a Kamano. I'm gonna attack with little bird. Little bird coming in. Come on, little bird. You can cut down me. You can cycle a card. I don't care. Just decide, brother. You think I wasn't attacking with this? Come on now. Come on now. End thy turn. I'm probably dead. And that's okay. Sure. I guess that resolves. Land Shelly. Ooh, tap land. Ah, it's okay though. Gonna phase out. Help. Made a 1-1. You could have just attacked me and drew the card. Ooh, you didn't want to attack. Fair enough, I suppose. I'll play the Thundery boy. Would like to attack you. And there's going to be a counter on it, so now it's 5-5. Would like to chump it. That makes sense. You have another Blood Type Harvester to remove this Thundering Raiju. I'm going to lose my mind. Shelly? Oh no, not the Shellster. Ooh, other Shelly. I would like to draw my card, please. Thank you. I'm aware I'm going to take the damage. Thank you for being concerned for me, but, you know. One. Would like to... I would like to thunder up here. How do we do this? Next, attack. Face, face. Face. I kind of forgot that was an option. Alright, let's see it. Yep. You. Picks that up, it leaves this, and I can answer this. I feel like that's worth. I think that's fine. They're both exiled, so even if they're reanimated deck, they're not active, although there's Mama. Only a 5/5. That card's cool. I don't like when this card's played against me, but I like to play that card. Alright, goodbye, opponent. What? I just have like better 6s, I think. Yeah, see? Better 6s. Strangle's the worst card. Obviously, I guess that's the worst card because I'm like nowhere close to playing it. We ping. We bing. Bing bong. The fire. We got a little chick. A little squawker. Get in there. Bonk. Now we have the ultimate removal spell. A play with fire. Ah, Kami. So big problem. We're gonna just play with fire them. We're gonna bottom that. The reason we play with fire them, we play with fire this now. We actually don't get to remove it permanently, which is what we would like to do. We'd like to strangle it when we have the kimono out, so this gets exiled and they don't have the option to return it ever. Attack for 4. Or if we would have just played with fire it there, go in the graveyard, remove an enchantment, and this matchup is probably already pretty bad for us. Yeah, put a counter on it. Ooh, Furnace Punisher gonna put in a little bit of damage too. We'll attack here. 2. They'll take 2. Bonk. Gotta figure it out. We're gonna go quite wide next turn. Not quite wide. It's 4 creatures to probably they're like 2 to 3, maybe. A Naturalist is pretty bad for us here. Ossification can also be pretty bad for us. Ooh, touches Spirit Realm. Interesting. Set to 4. No. Ooh. Huh. Now we have questions. We put them within lightning strike range? I think so. I think we have to. We'll play a Felden. We'll play a Kimono, or Monastery Swiftspear. And we will set them to play with fire lightning strike range. Pick up the Kimono. Swiftspear is also a fine pickup. 1 is the same as 2 here. But you have a brush land, so I guess it's not exactly. You can go crazy this turn, but again, our whole point was to specifically get you to the point that play with fire or lightning strike wins. We couldn't wait much longer with you constantly untapping. Even Furnace Punisher number 2 here wins. If they don't have anything, because we'll just get to play it and they don't have enough basics. They also have to be careful. They only have 2 colored sources that they can actually kind of use here. And if they attack, okay, they're at 1. They have a 3/3 lifelinker. Attack. I would imagine a copy of Touch happens in taking the Felden. They don't let me dig any deeper. Gotta be Felden, in my opinion. Felden's like the only card you're actually scared of. Because if you block it, if you're forced to block it. Okay. Okay. Find Audacity, please. Just autopilot it. That'd be really funny. What it's like to be on the other side. What it's like to be on the other side. I feel so bad, man. Ooh, this hand's pretty good. Don't be playing ramp opponent. I would suck. Keep. I just prefer you not to be aggro. Oh my. Ooh. Enchantments again. Who would have thunk it? Not me. Not me, the guy that knows as soon as I switch decks to fight the decks that I've been playing all day, that it'll immediately switch to other decks. Not my system. Not me, not ever. We'll play another Swiss Spear. We'll play with fire this Naturalist out of the way. And we'll hit them for 4, setting them to 15. Next turn, we have land, Lightning Strike into another Swiss Spear when we draw it off the top. Just you watch. Ready? Here comes our Calyx. Ooh, Visitor. Visitor's fine. Spirited Companion. Not the dog, dude. I never want to remove this dog. This is unfair. This is emotional warfare, and I don't like it. I would like to put into motion this attack. Uh-huh. You didn't want to block with the dog? What's the point of not blocking with the dog? Alex land Audacity. This. Man, I did not like that. Not like blowing up Spirited Companion. Kind of wanted them to block, I guess. Because the thing I'm afraid of is if they play Calyx here, and then they play an Audacity on it. Well, they had to Calyx Audacity on the dog. They would get to make another copy of the dog because it would be an enchanted creature hitting me. You think if I attack again, this person's just like, there's no way. Ooh, a double block this time. Double block would have been the play, opponent. But this way, we remove it all. And I keep a Swiss Spear. I can crew this up. Which I should have done in the first place, but... And now I've kicked this and maybe remove other creature. This is quite the match so far. Me just having all my burn spells be used as removal. Oh no, they figured out the line. Please, help. Swiss Spear, we will find you once again. I'm just kidding. I have no way to remove that. You're gone forever. My turn. This one. This one. We will kick this. Yes. Or play with fire. Play with fire this 2/2. We leave the lightning strike in there in case we obviously top deck another one of these. We're just leaving them on as minimum cards as we can. Ah, no, that's a good one. Although, we get them to block. Attack. Wow, they're blocking. Kimono. We'll wait on the chick so we automatically have a play on the kimono. This has to be equipped to something, yeah. Which is kind of why I'm surprised they blocked. It's like, this isn't just playable on the backside. It actually has to enchant a creature. You can enchant that one. But that one, opponent cannot block. We'll put little kick in the air. We'll play a little Feldon. And we'll attack. Set you to 1. You can activate your brush lane at any point if you'd like. Ooh, that's not good. I mean, that's fine, I think, actually. Because Calyx is, what, 5? It's not 3 on the backside. Disturbs 5, yeah, I'm chilling. Everything's fine. You have 1 blocker. And I have 4 attackers and you're at 1. You did tap your brush land, so you can't go out that way. You could have tapped it to hurt yourself. I don't recommend it, but okay. They let me draw a card, and then we're like, what am I here for? I would imagine. I was just gonna spam the space bar as fast as I could. Get me through. Realistically, on this wrap up, I mean, what's there to say, man? Like, it's mono red. You just take advantage of people that are playing either slow decks. Oh, hold on, let me pause my music. You take advantage of people playing slow decks, or you kind of just get there right on time somehow always. Like, we had one in the game where we just set them at 1, and if they at any point gain any life, we probably lose the game, but we top deck a lightning strike and just win. You know, typical mono red stuff. Again, I want to stress, really don't like mono red that much. I know I played a lot, but considering it's the #1 deck in the meta, it kind of gets to that point where you kind of have to play it to see what it's about. And playing the deck and understanding what the deck's trying to do helps you understand like what you're looking for whenever you're playing against the deck, and the small incremental plays that they get to actually make. And I want to try Furnace Punisher. Punisher is kind of cool. It's been played in mono red. It's been played in like Gruul, like the red green, like your aggro deck that just randomly will like slam this to hopefully get the final value, but the small amount of damage left in that it needs to. Boundaries are fine, and Sogazons are fine. We never got pinged by our own Punisher, so this wasn't necessarily a non-bow here. It could be like you will run into a game that you'll play a Furnace Punisher and you'll take 2. But hopefully it's doing a lot more for you than it would be for your opponent. Other than that, of course, Swiss Spear, anytime this ever gets printed in Standard, it's just going to be played. The Chick has been fine. Like always, Kamano is really, really good. I think Kamano's one of the better cards in Standard just overall. Play with Fire is like fine. 2 Strangles is kind of your flex spot. 2 Strangles are good. You can play as more spot removal, or these can be the invasions that people play. Let's have Harvester. We actually got to kick a bunch, as you can tell. We were on 23 lands, which is slightly more than what mono red would typically run. Feldon in the house, hard to block. Nobody really wants to, and if you're playing against only damage spell decks, this becomes an all-star. Lightning Strike for the value, and then Thundering, the Thunder Boy. Look at him, just a muncher himself, trying to bite onto a flower. My man's got 4 eyes. I didn't even realize that. He's got 2 there in the art. That's sweet. Look at him, a big bulky dude. It's because it's a part of the set with modifications, so that makes sense. Other than that, I also like playing with this card. Not necessarily that it's in mono red. I just think this card has a unique attack to it where it can put counters on things and modify creatures ping you for a little bit. Other than that, here's a sideboard. This was like, again, the #1 meta deck right now. This was the sideboard they were actively running. There's your Chandra's Dress to Kills, which are nice. I kind of like them in the main. Just as like some push over the edge. And then they actually play Koth. And this Koth is for the control game. Because what control has to do is they have to bring in so much spot removal for creatures for you that Koth is most likely just going to resolve. You're just going to play it. It's going to sit there, draw you lands. And then eventually you're going to ult it and deal uncounterable damage to your opponent. Also, Barrage, if you haven't read this card or you've been sleeping on this card, this is like what you want to be bringing in against soldiers in mono white. Even legends, actually, because if you notice, this spell can't be countered. So the way that Ward works, Ward says you have to pay whatever Ward says. So whether that's 3 life or the mana that it costs, you have to pay that, or it counters your spell. This just bullies its way through. It doesn't care. So in theory, if on turn 3 your opponent plays a Rafine, you untap, you play this, it deals 5 to it, and the ward cost comes up, ignore it. You don't have to pay it. This will just kill it anyway. So other than that, there's a sideboard for you. If you would like to play this list, it is the top meta list, so you will be playing mirrors. And if you're playing ramp, you're already playing against this deck anyway. So hopefully maybe you saw kind of the lines that you're hoping to avoid and maybe what's going through your mono red opponent's head. Other than that, wear your helmets and have a good day.